Spitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you're all well. This is going to be the June birthday version and party on my channel. I don't have a special guest today, but I hope to have one later in the month. Okay, so we might just celebrate twice. But today I'm going to do something a little different than normal, and I'm going to do a bunch of die cutting for my card. So I thought, I don't have a special guest, but I can do something that would be special and different for me, which is a bunch of like a die cut card. And I went through my stuff rather quickly, but we are going to be starting and kicking off with a craft roulette card. How exciting. From last night's episode with Call Me Crafty Owl. She does a lot of die cutting, so I think this is really appropriate. And I'm going to make a wreath, but I'm going to put some of my Karen Burniston charms in it. And I tell you what, I love Karen's charms. I would like to have even more of them, but this is what I have in my collection. I have game charms with playing cards, dice, pool stuff, poker chips, chess. And that's what they look like. I have the charm rings. I have office charms, which I always think of like, obviously crafty and school supply, stuff like that. So you could do a back to school wreath, a poker wreath, like if you were going to Vegas or for someone's birthday who likes to play games. I've got the makeup dolled up charms, and these would be great for like Sparkle Heart for her birthday or whatever. Lipstick, nail polish, perfume, and shoes. Excuse me. My allergies are pretty bad this morning. It's raining again. All right, let me find my video. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. I was thinking, okay, let me give everybody time. Y'all are on it. Hi, Jason. Hi, Angie. Hello, Vicky. You're getting really close to being back home, aren't you? Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Flo. Good morning. Norma. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad it arrived. I hope you like everything. The last orders that I packed, you guys, I was a little nervous if they would make it or not because I literally packed them so full that I couldn't put anything else in the envelopes. So yeah, I hope you like all the random goodies, Miss Norma. Thank you for your support. Libby, hello, hello. I love seeing all y'all saying hello to each other. Holly's here. Hi, Holly. Let's see. Maddie, good morning. Nancy, hello. It's so good to see you here. Nancy and I are going to aim for July, and I can't wait to craft with you, Nancy. All right, so back in the house as of last night. Oh my gosh, first morning waking up at home. Oh, I'm so happy for you. That is awesome. Okay, I've got space charms, which these are too cute. I love alien themed stuff, especially for whatever reason for young Z, and I don't know. I just think it's quirky and cute. I like alien stuff for others, like using it in my crafting. I don't like collect anything alien, but I actually did get an alien blanket at White Elephant one Christmas, and it's a treasure. Okay, and then I have movie night. So when I was shopping at Karen Bernison, I bought all of these at Craft Roulette Live last year. I was just kind of thinking of my family, like my hubby, and of course my children now too, just love the movies. In fact, the guys went and saw a movie yesterday. Last weekend, we split up and went two different directions. Sparkleheart and I and one of her friends went and saw The Devil Wears Prada 2, and the boys went and saw something that I can't even name, but they've been seeing horror movies, which is not my thing. Anyways, when I was shopping with Karen Bernison, something for me, they're all for me, right? But like, I was thinking of who I would use these charms for. And this I really honestly bought one for the chess pieces, but mainly for these cards here, these little playing cards, because it had the different playing card symbols. And I thought that was just great because I could make the playing cards any size that I want. And I would have the symbols that I could die cut. So I could make them larger. I could make oversized playing cards or whatever because I had those symbols to cut them out. And I really like that. Or I can make them mini. Anyways, so I've got charms, but I have some other ideas too. I have this pennant die, which kind of reminds me of the Tim Holtz pennant a little bit, I don't know what these words say. I always struggle with that. So I think that says surprise and celebrate. You know what I want more of? I need to talk to Call Me Crafty Owl. Yay and party and birthday. But I thought it'd be kind of cool. We can make a wreath and put a pennant over it. And I could put like, you know what I'm thinking, FIFA 2026 or something in there. So many ideas. You can do so many things with a wreath, I like themed wreaths. My mom just got one for her front door. My mom always has a different wreath on her front door. And she got one for the 250th. And then I think I just accidentally pulled this one. And then I got this out because I thought, well, if I did the movie ticket one, then I could use like I could make the base of it this ticket. Oh my goodness. My hubby is going through and showing. So last year I introduced Sparkleheart to rom-coms in the summer, and this year Dr. Shrub is showing her summer blockbusters from the past. What are these? Quality time, memories, and good memories. Well, anyways, it's got these tickets. And I was thinking these might be pretty cool. Like to put a ticket, I think this is probably what we'll do. We'll do a ticket base for our postcard. And then we'll do a movie theater kind of wreath. I think that's what we're gonna do. Maddie, your page turned out so cute. I love that Beth sent you to the beach. She had you like in a party vacation mode, and I thought that was so perfect. And I loved Libby's haul as well that day. I had to watch replay, but I did watch it. Yeah, Holly, and because it's so hot, hi Noni. In Texas, it is, the movies is actually kind of a nice getaway, but we do movies all year. All right. So here's what we got what we're gonna do. I could also do a ticket, but I don't have tickets we don't have tickets to the World Cup. But if we did, we could do tickets. with like the FIFA banner and soccer balls inside the wreath. Like your wreath could literally, you can theme it any way you want it. Okay, so we are decided. We don't need any of these. We just need this and this. And that's how we're going. Let's just get our card base started. I had these out. I put them away. I'm getting them back out. Hi, Heidi. Okay, help me out. I know you guys will remember, and mine memory is not remembering right now what the random is. So it's a postcard, 1970s colors, a wreath, and what was the random? Bye, Vicki. I'm so glad you got to pop in. Welcome home. Oh, that must be such a good feeling. I'm so glad you're home. Thanks for letting us know, for popping in. It's always wonderful to see you. All right. I wonder what this is for. I don't know what that. Oh, I guess this is if you want to make a mini album with it. This can be your page attachment for a mini album, I think. We're not making a mini album. I don't have that kind of time today. Okay. But I think I will use these elements from this die set. I know that there's also a strip here, but I actually kind of like this one because I'm going to put this behind the wreath. All right. And I did not get any leaves out. She is a special sweet pea, isn't she, Libby? Came out awesome. So honored. Oh, yeah. I love that. Libby on her channel and her lives has been working on a journal that is dedicated to channel and friends, crafty friends, basically. And it's so cool. Each page is dedicated to a different person. And it's just so sweet. Linda Veal has a page. Maddie has a page now. Her friend Marcy, who I need to get to know better. I need to watch her videos. Norma Watson, Miss Norma, who's hanging out with us, has a page in her book. Miss Karen has a page in her book. And I'm sure I'm forgetting others, but that's who I can remember off the top of my head. This is kind of the FIFA color this year, which I'm like, good choice. Good choice. Pre-printed. Thank you, Angie, because that really shifts the script for me a bit. I also need to flip this over. Okie dokie. Pre-printed. You guys, my husband is ready to travel and he is so ready for this World Cup. Oh my goodness. And right here, it just had a score line, right? So that this could be folded over and put into a mini album, basically. This brand here is KS Crafts, and they make a lot of dies that, of course, can be used for card making, but also mini albums. Okay, So I just trimmed. I don't need that part. So now we're all good. But yeah, yesterday evening, oh my gosh, he's looking up, what is it called? Somebody here is going to know. I bet you Flo's going to know. But I think it's in Wisconsin. They have like the most world's largest water park or the most water parks in the world or something like that. I can't even remember what it's called, but he was thinking, he's like, it's only 8 hours to drive to Wisconsin and go to a bunch of water parks. I want to go to a resort, so I've been looking up resorts. Who knows where we're going to land? Okay, I don't think I'm going to use that one, but I think I'll use this one. All right. And to me, pre-printed just means like scrapbook paper, right? Scrapbook paper is pre-printed. Oh my goodness. And I have a sheet right here. How serendipitous that just matches. I like it. It's going to work. This is what we're using. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Anyways, I want to go to a resort after Kansas City, and I want to go and chill and lay by a beach and just have like days of relaxation. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at. There's a resort in Missouri. On Tabletop Lake. And it just seems like kind of the perfect place. So that's actually a top contender. It's a little spendy, but that's okay. I think it would be worth it. But we're not decided yet. We don't know yet. But basically, he wants to kind of go everywhere. Because I was saying the other day, I was like, oh no, we didn't go to the beach last year. I mean, we went to the beach for dinner on Father's Day, but then we came right back and I didn't get in the water. None of us got in the water, but so I feel like I didn't get to go to the beach last year. So he was trying to fit in a beach trip for us too. Oh my goodness, he is ready to go. All right. So we've got our ticket. Let's cut this out. Oh, I just thought of something really cool. I don't know where that book is. I might have to go. Let's see. Let me think. Oh, I think I know where it is. I think I might run BRB and grab a book because it has old movie pictures in it. And I could put some of those in here and I think I can get the 1970s vibe. So you guys have to pardon me. Hang out with your buddies here in the chat and I'll BRB. I'm back. It wasn't there. Thanks for waiting on me. Sorry about that. I'm back. All right, here's what I did find. These are also pre-printed, but I already got scrapbook paper. Anywho, these are pages from the 1970s at least, I would think. Let's find the, oh, they're even older. This is 1961. Copyright 59. Yeah, this is 1961, so it's even older than the 70s. See if there's something tiny we might want to fit in there, though. This is a Golden Book Encyclopedia. Are you talking about Chateau on the Lake in Branson? No. I'll have to look that up. I can't remember what it's called. Dr. Sharp's not 100% sold on it yet. But I'm trying to remember I don't remember what it's called. Ooh, I think this is pretty tiny, this little piece here. But that might kind of work. A gladiator would be really cool. A gladiator on his steed. What if we do it like this? And then that looks like a whole scene, right? Yeah, let's do that. I like that. Okay. Yeah, that's super cool. Okay. That's what we're doing. Grab my scissors. Maybe figure something out. Some of you are cringing. I'm so sorry. There we go. Look away. She did it. She just chomped right into that book. I have a ghost in my craft room? Oh, no. Oh. They probably didn't want to tell me because they know I don't like ghosts. It was a craft-a-lanch. I'm sure it's a craft-a-lanch. There's about 50 of those in my craft room. All right. Let's turn this on the diagonal so it goes through my paper trim, my die cutting machine better. So lift and turn. This is what I mean by diagonal. Is we won't get that speed bump if it's not straight. If it's straight across, your die cutting machine kind of hits a speed bump because it's got this straight line to come over. But if it's turned diagonally, it's much better. There we go. I am covering pre-printed twice. Sue, how are you? Good to see you. Part of me is thinking what I should have done is die cut this out and then die cut these just cut this as one strip, but that's okay because the deed is done. So we'll just get what we get. We won't throw a fit. Buried my phone with dies. Let's see. Yeah, Jason, I'll check that one out. Yeah, that's where we landed last night. It was late, tired. We're like, okay, now we go down the resort, the list of resorts. He feels like if we go to a resort, it needs to be by the ocean. So then I was like, well, and then Sparkleheart wants to go to Disneyland. And I'm like, but we already bought tickets to the fan camp in Kansas City. I don't know if those are refundable. Because I'm like, well, there's no point in going to Kansas City and California. We should pick one or the other. I think we're still going to Kansas City. I mean, we already have 2 days of fan camp tickets there. And we did choose to get premium ones because we want to guarantee that we get a spot and not drive all that way and it be at capacity and not be able to get in. Let's see. Anywho, so I don't know where we're going or what we're doing. I do. I want to cut it from the black cardstock to go over the top of that. Yep. Let's see. Too narrow. Trying to use my scraps. All right. One thing I haven't done yet is get out the wreath. We'll get there. We will get there. I'm going to try to be off by 10 today. Call Me Crafty Owl is celebrating 10 years on YouTube. I know her celebration starts at 10 a.m. So I'll probably try to be done by 10 a.m. today. Plus, me and my mom are going to a crop and I need to pack for that. You know, I always have a go bag, but I still need to pack for the crop today. So it'd be good for me to be done by 10 a.m. Because that'll give me, she's getting here at 11. That'll give me an hour to pack and do all the things I need to do at home before we go. Let me turn this too. I think I've finally beaten this machine into submission to where it works pretty well for me now, and I don't have to work so hard to crank it. It is, I do have to, sometimes it depends. I have to put pretty thin paper in most of the time, and it works. But yeah, doesn't it sound nice just to go to a resort, post up, your only responsibility is to swim, hang out in the lazy river. I think that's probably what will not work about the resort that I picked last night is they don't have a lazy river. And yours truly loves the lazy river. So we'll see. I might have to forego the lazy river. We'll see. Vacation planning continues. The search. Then he was like, okay, let's go to South Padre and then go to Dallas and then go to Kansas and go see Mount Rushmore. I mean, the man wants to go everywhere all in one summer. And I commend him for his ambition. but I don't want to gallivant all over the country. Okay, there's our scene and scene. All right. Now, might be a little hard to put a wreath over that. What we might do instead is take another scrap. Linda Gorman, have a wonderful day. Let's take this. I think what I'm going to do is make this like a banner that goes across the wreath. Originally, I was thinking I was going to put it as a background, but I think I'll just make it a banner that goes across the wreath. So I'm going to use this scrap here. Ooh, it's getting hot and flashy in here. All right, whatever. We'll put some glue on here. Okay, that should work. This Gladiator is pretty cool. We actually saw the Gladiator at Universal Studios last year when we were there. The movie was really good. It was extremely gruesome, but also really good. Okay, now I have this film strip with this scene, and I think what I'll do is kind of have that go over the wreath, and we'll put the wreath behind it with some more of like the movie theater charms. Hi, Invita Linda. Hi, Kalinda. Hi, Zal. Debbie Heidi, I think I said hi to you, but then I kind of can't remember. So I saw you here. I hope I said hello. If not, hello. Okay. There is a lazy river at Oceans of Fun in KC. Oh. Is that a resort? I don't think we can afford a resort in Kansas City during that time because our hotel room was $400 a night. And it's not a resort. It's the Hampton Inn. It's not a resort. It's not even a room we would typically pick because we typically like something a little bit different. But it was just like not a lot of options at a decent price. So we won't be staying in Kansas City except for a few days. We're gonna be there. We got tickets for the 3rd and 4th in the fan camp. And yeah, I think we're gonna be there like 3 days. And then we're getting out of town and going somewhere else. Obviously, I don't know where, but somewhere else. Not paying those inflated World Cup prices for too long. Okay. I need to pick out all my... Okay, what do y'all think? We've got red and yellow here, like 1970s colors. I'm going to have to add some more. Maybe I'll do kind of like a vintage popcorn. And that'll be more red and yellow, which will match the Gladiator. And then we've got our ticket. This needs to be metallic. This should probably be black. This is going to be... Let's do this like in a forest green maybe or something. Forest green and white, I think, or olive and white. That can be kind of the 1970s colors. Let's try that. I know. Who knows? Okay. I'm thinking about my scraps. This is why I save all these little bitty scraps of paper. Let's see. Here's some like really bright colors, but we can knock those back with some ink. I have a craft-a-lanch coming. Watch it reveal that book I was looking for. That'd be funny. All right, here's some green. I was thinking hunter green. There's some red. There's like a slate gray. I think that would probably be good. Ooh, this is very 1970s right here. Here's some very much buttered popcorn. Okay. I think we got it. Olive green and harvest gold. Yeah, I think this is I think these are very 1970s right here. This looks like the 70s to me. Okay, so let's cut out these little bitty pieces. What is everybody doing this weekend? I'm going to a crop. What are y'all doing? All right, let's cut out this in red. We had orange walks when I was small. Orange walks. Hi, Lisa. I'm skipping craft roulette. Wait. Hey, Noni. Yeah. Oh, craft roulette live. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's why, they're doing the virtual too, is because with the virtual one, you can stay right in your own craft room and still get in on all the fun. I know Craft Roulette Live sold out. Pretty sure it's all sold out. I think so. But not the virtual. The virtual still has some tickets. And the virtual is still going to get the goodie bag that the people in person get, which is amazing that that's the case. Angie, did you use these charms to make a card for Dr. Shrub? Was it this charm set or did you use a different one? Oh my gosh, that card was amazing. I think I'll cut off this part of the charms. I'm not going to hang them from anything. I'm going to use them as just decorative die cuts. Okay, so we've got that. I thought so. It was so amazing. Dr. Shub loved it. I keep forgetting to show you guys Sparkle Heart's birthday cards because they're in her room. I need to try to remember that. You know what? I know I have a wreath die, but I'm going to end up making my own, most likely. because I can't find it. I have too many dies. I found these because they were right on top. These are some of the last dies I bought. I'm taking a bunch of stuff to the crop today to give away because they always have a giveaway table. So that's another thing I have to pack up. Okay, and then we're going to have some lighter buttered popcorn to go on top here. Okay, so that's all done. Next, I like the idea of this being green. I think that'll be very 70s. I'm like Crafty Owl. I caught the tail end of the 70s. I was born in 78. My parents lasted 65 years. Wow. I'd love to be married to my husband for 65 years. We're coming up on our 20th. I love 65. That's amazing. My dad passed a month before he and my mother's 40th. Let's cut this out of white. Happy anniversary, Maddie. I love swimming. It was so funny because, you know, Sparkleheart wanted to go back to Disney, and we're not going back to Disney. We're really not. That's what I'm going to say anyways. And, I mean, not this year. We will go back to Disney, just not this summer. But so I was showing her different amusement parks. Like I showed her Silver Dollar City and things. But I'm not a roller coaster person. I've never, ever liked roller coasters, not even when I was a little girl. But I am like, I'm a mermaid. I'm a mermaid at heart. I will go to any water park, pool, any of that. Sign me up. I'll be the first one there and the last one to leave. I am all about swimming for sure. We're going to do our ticket in white because I have it handy, but actually let's do the tickets in this orange because I think this is very 70s. Just need a wee little strip of this. There we go. We can just do a whole bunch of tickets. Yeah, so then Sparkleheart's like, why do you always want to go to a water park? I'm like, because that's what I like. Because they're fun. Last year, we went to Six Flags in Oklahoma City. They have, I think, a Hurricane Harbor or something like that, a Six Flags water park there. We had a great time. It's a little overcrowded, but what do you expect in the middle of summer? Hopefully you expect it to be a little overcrowded because it's a water park. This is looking very 70s to me. I'm going with it. I'm saying these are 70s colors. Declaring it. You were an avid disco dancer, Nani. That is awesome. I love to dance too. I would have definitely. Well, I tell you what, this is what I did. I danced Soul Train, baby, in my living room because I was a little girl, but I never wanted to miss Soul Train. I was all about it, and you best believe I wasn't just sitting there watching. Oh no, I was an active participant trying out all the moves. I was hooked on Soul Train. Guys, I think this is going to make a great birthday card for someone. I got to figure out, Young Z turns 16, you guys, next month. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Where does time go? I was going to cut that out metallic, but I think this gray will be just fine. A lot better than me digging for metallic paper. What was Soul Train? Oh, Miss Lisa, you're going to have to look it up. It was a TV program here in the United States, and they just played music and people danced. It was like basically, I had no idea because I was a little girl. It's basically like a nightclub, but on television. And Miss Rosie Perez, the actress, she got her start on Soul Train as a dancer. And then at first it was just a dancing show, and it wasn't like a competition, and it wasn't just playing, current music for back then. Disco for sure was a part of that. And people dressed in groovy clothes and dancing the night away. And then they started adding musical acts. And actually, the Jacksons were on there. I don't remember if I saw that one. I mean, I probably did, but I don't remember it distinctly. But yeah. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. All right. Oh, I put that away too soon, and some of you knew it because I need to cut this out. All right, hold on. Let's put this stuff away. Let me get another little piece of black paper out. Will it fit on this strip? Most people in here know the romper room. I think I was I don't know if I remember anything. I think I was too young for the romper room. And here's the thing, even if I wasn't, my godmother watched me the first 5 years of my life. And she watched soap operas. So I can tell you all about the soap operas from the 80s because even if Romper Room was on, that's not what was on my TV. She lived across the street from her mother. And her mom would come across the street every day. We'd have lunch and watch soap operas. These are the days of my life. Yeah, Lisa's from the UK. Yes, yes. Lisa, you can find, I'm sure if you on YouTube look up Soul Train, you could probably see what the rage is all about. For me, a little girl, the fashion, the music, the dancing with no purpose or, it was just for fun. I was hooked. Ah, okay. These are the days of our lives. Okay. No one I knew back in the day, all the older ladies, that is, watched General Hospital. It was always The Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives, Dallas. Of course, I think Dallas was a program that was on in the evenings. I studied anthropology in school, and some of my friends um, were in the ethnomusicology department. We're studying West African drumming and things like that, West African music. And so one of my besties went to Ghana, Africa. And when she would tell them where she was from Dallas, they'd be like, "Do you know JR? Do you have a horse?" It's great. It's great. It was so funny that even people in West Africa knew JR from Dallas. Bethany, hi, dear. Hello to you and those precious children. Hope you're doing well. All right. Okay, so here's what we're working with. I need to assemble these little cuties. Aren't these charms fabulous, you guys? You got to check out Karen Burniston. She has probably 50 sets of charms. I'm only showing you like 5. Um, but they're just so fabulous. I love them. I've always loved them. I need to just start collecting them. Because if I'm not mistaken, she might have had some teddy bears. But I had to draw the line somewhere because I also got pop-up cards. I saw Crafty Al was saying that she's like a bit on a spending freeze because she's saving her crafty budget. I understand. She's saving it for a couple events coming up in October, I think. I don't know if Crafty Owl is going to be. Maybe Angie knows at Craft Roulette Live. I feel like she will be, but I'm not sure. I feel like she wouldn't miss it. Craft Roulette is actually how I met Call Me Crafty Owl. It's how I discovered her. Yeah, she'll be there. I didn't think she'd miss it. Oh, she said she was going to be like, I must have missed that part. I must have been distracted. I need to get a proper picture with her this year. Last year, I'm really bad about pictures, you guys. About remembering pictures. Even at this conference that I put on every year and have been for like 7, 8, 10 years. I don't even know how long I've been putting this conference on, this annual conference at work. But one of the team members was leaving early on the last day this week. And another one spoke up and she's like, "We need to get our team picture before she leaves." And I was like, oh gosh, I'm so terrible at that. Yes, we do. And luckily, one of our guest speakers was still there. I was like, "You mind taking a picture of our team?" It went really well this year. I mean, there were, just little bitty hiccups, but I think it went well. We learned a lot. We saw a lot of people. All right. Sharon! Oh, wow. Just got here. I love these dies. These are Karen Berniston. Me too. They're called Movie Night Charms. Movie Night Charms. Me too. I had to have them because my hubby's a big movie lover. My kids, we love to go to the movies, and I knew I would use them. Got them last year when we were all together at Paperganza. Just putting on my teeny tiny popcorn. I know Angie remembers the story. Dr. Shrub likes so much butter on his popcorn that one time at the movies, we're just sitting there watching the whole movie, eating the popcorn. And when we stood up, he started slipping. We all started slipping. The butter had seeped out of the bottom of the popcorn container onto the floor. We know that's not real butter. That's oil. Oh, it was hilarious. We were just slip sliding around. I'm going to put a piece of popcorn down here just because I can. And that's how I operate. But yeah, isn't that precious? Okay. And then we've got our tickets. Dies done. Okay. I did not get out dies for the wreath. I'm just going to use my punches. I've got 2 leaf punches. I need to shop Stampin' Up! And see if they have any leaf punches, because I do like leaf punches because they're something I use a lot of. These are the 2 I have. And, you just kind of get tired of using the same ones over and over again. Okay, I get tired of using the same ones over and over again. Let's see. What do we think about gold leaves for this project? Sorry, I hope that reflective paper isn't knocking y'all out. And we will just build a leaf wreath. I think gold's kind of the way to go on this particular project. Let's cut out some of these too. That's a good idea. I would use a good leaf punch over and over. Yep. Make my own wreath. That should do. If not, we'll punch more. I think we just about got it, you guys. Let's figure it out. Okay, that's glued down. Good, good, good. Let's get our wreath shape going on. I think we'll do that. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger because we've got this big strip that's going through it and a lot of ephemera. Then we can connect it with these. Something like that. Oh, I kind of like this because it looks like it would be like the wreath around Caesar's head, you know, the olive leaves or whatever. Okay, so then we can kind of stick more leaves in there. This would be cute, like if we had like a sentiment like have a blockbuster birthday. And then we have all these little tickets, which I think are very 1970s colors. I think what I'm going to have to do, is lay all of my pieces out and then put the leaves on top. Or else you won't really see the wreath part of this. Down here I can see it. Up here not so much. What do y'all think? Hi, Karen. Texas here. I'm in Texas too. Hi, Heidi Robbins. Oh, Karen, you seriously need help? Let me see. I'm seriously seeking a mentor. I live in San Antonio, Texas. I'll pay $50 an hour to help me with junk journaling, maybe just 2 or 3 times. Oh, gosh, Karen, you know what I would suggest is go through Pinterest, go through Instagram, and go through some styles, because there's a lot of different styles to junk journaling, and identify like what style it is that you like the most and see and like watch that creator. And I feel like you could do it without paying for it, is what I'm trying to say, is that if you identify what style of junk journaling you like, because, okay, there's different styles. We can talk about it for a minute. While I put my dies back, and did y'all like this? Okay, so, you know, there's a style of junk journaling. I actually watched a video briefly yesterday where they only want to use like vintage, authentic ephemera, nothing printable. And then there's people who use a lot of printables off Etsy. I personally am a fan of printables because, I don't know, sometimes I've seen people use letters and things that are actually probably have a high value in the manuscripts world. And it makes me a little sad to see them in a junk journal. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, historically speaking, you know, but you do you. So, you know, there's different junk journalers who use different kinds of materials, for one. And then there's different styles. Like there's the, and I want to say before I leave that just open ended is that a lot of those same people are probably like, yeah, but I don't want AI. And like, so there's definitely a lot of different camps to belong to in the junk journaling world. There's people who actually seriously only use junk and trash journaling. I saw someone coin trash journaling the other day, which is what I think junk journaling was meant to start as. But what happened is everyone uses the junk journaling term, even though there's all these different facets of it now. There's people who, there's shabby chic style, there's like vintage, like a kind of a steampunk style, and like Tim Holtz and artsy dolls style. There's definitely like that kind of style. I'm eyeballing the Karen Bernison die set she is using. Oh, I know, it's so good. I'm telling you, her charms. If you go on to her website and check out her charms section, even if you're not big into movie night ticket, like a movie theme, she has probably 50 different charm packs to choose from. I mean, you name it, she's made a charm pack for it. And I just think it's so cool. But yeah, so what I would do, Karen, is I would identify the style that you like what is pulling you into junk journaling, what is really aesthetically pleasing to you. And then I would Google search for like shabby chic junk journal videos on YouTube, or steampunk junk journals on YouTube, or something like that. And I think what that'll do is that'll put you in a place to find channels and creators who are creating the things that you like. And it would be free. Because, the world needs to see what you're going to make. And once you get started, you're going to find what you really like, and also prepare for the things that you like to change. My style changes all the time. And I think that that's important. For me, it's important because I don't want to become stagnant, and I don't want to become bored of paper crafting and doing these things. So I really embrace all different kinds of styles, all different kinds of projects for that reason, because I want to keep having fun with paper crafting. There's so many things you can do. I hope that helps. And then what you can do also is a lot of people make like videos where they show you how to make different kinds of ephemera, different fold outs, things like that, but you can put it in your own style. So if they're using printables and you don't want to use printables, don't use printables, but use their ideas and use the products you want to use. Roxy Creations, I don't know if she's still doing it. I haven't watched her in probably 2 years, but she used to do like an ephemera series where she'd show you all different kinds of ways to fold things and make things. And you might not want to make it the way, like with the same materials or the same aesthetic, but you could get some ideas on things to make. I hope that helps. Like, I really love accordion journals. Oh, by the way, you guys, that accordion sketchbook that I made with y'all last week was a hit. It went over well, I'm happy to say. Everyone liked their cards, at least that's what they said. It was good. Okay. All right, so now I have multiple pieces kind of tacked down together. I want to kind of build out this whole wreath a little bit more. Because I want more of it to show. What do y'all think? Is it just a hot mess or do you like it? Let's see. Sorry, I'm going to have to silence my phone. It's a noisy little thing. Need more tickets up top. Ticket here, ticket there, ticket everywhere. Okay. You like it. Okay. Definitely liking it. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all like it. Hi, Gina. I'm kind of like, I do. I do. Okay, so now that I have kind of everything tacked together, I'm trying to make it shaped more like a wreath. Let's glue these pieces down. And I think we will be done with this. What time is it? 9:16. We could make an accordion journal real quick for Miss Karen. I kind of like doing a journal and a card on Saturdays because it's the two things that I enjoy doing. Got to get back to the art journaling. Ooh. Yeah. Got to get back to that. And I'm just, I guess the good thing about making a wreath out of these die cuts, punches, is that then my wreath can be as big as I want it to be. Versus if I had picked a die set, I would have been restricted to whatever size the wreath was on that die. Yeah, accordion journals are such a great place to start. See, we can make an accordion journal in 30 minutes. So that's what's cool about accordion journals. They're easy, they're a great beginner journal to make, and you can have them done super quickly. All right, this piece I'm going to pop up. Now, this is not a postcard that could actually go in the mail. It wouldn't make it through the United States postal system. I'm just going to call it. It would not endure the wrath of postcard postage, but that's okay. What could be cute is if we stamped, I have a postcard stamp set, which if you're in junk journaling, I think is really a good investment. But I do have a postcard stamp set. So I could stamp the back with that. All right. There we go. That is my 1970s colors. Postcard design with wreath and pre-printed, which is my book page, and my scrapbook paper is pre-printed. And my 1970s colors is like this burnt orange. Oh my gosh, I feel like everything was burnt orange in the 70s. And this green, I would say, are the 1970s colors. Let me get this postcard stamp set out real quick. Oh, it was the first stamp set on top, and I filtered through a bunch of things looking for it, and it was the first one right on top. That's so funny. Yeah, so this is from Stampers Anonymous, Mr. Tim Holtz. Postcards, CMS 099. And if you didn't know, Stampers Anonymous, even though mine's old, and it's even starting to yellow, Stampers Anonymous never retires stamp sets, so you can still get this one. What I like about it is you can basically turn anything into a postcard, and I think that's super cool. So you've got lots of options, lots and lots of options. So I can turn this over and stamp a postcard icon back here. I kind of like just this traditional one. And this would be cute because here's what we could do. Let's flesh out this full idea and then we'll move on to the accordion junk journal. Okay, so now it says postcard. All right. And then I was largely dressed burnt orange. Yeah, exactly. I think lots of us were. I can't believe when I go back and look at family photos, all the backgrounds are brown. Everything's just brown and orange, very orange from the 70s. Okay. And early 80s until they found neon. And that's my favorite part of the 80s is neon. All right. On the back here, we could write something like, hope your birthday is a blockbuster hit, or have a blockbuster birthday, or let's go to the movies. And then we could turn this into, we could put a pocket over here and put like a movie gift card in it. I think that would be cool. go to, I won't sing to you, movies. I'm not a singer. Okay. But now I'll just reach into my scraps, grab a scrap piece of paper. Just makes me think of little Annie. Let's see. I'm looking for that 70s orange. There it is. And when they pull out their gift card, they'll see. Let's go to the movies. I'm going to use this as my base. Now, when you're making a pocket, you got to make it a little wider. This is really crooked. That's okay. We'll fix it. Yeah, that'll work. We'll just straighten it up a little bit. There we go. And now we'll have a little slider pocket for a movie card. I wish I had another die cut from the movie pack, but just imagine how cute that would be if there was more of the dies from the front of the card on the back of the card. That would be super cute. Okay, you only glue it on 3 sides. So you can pop in your gift card. And when you're gluing something down, this is a junk journaling tip and a card making tip. When you're gluing down pockets, like in your junk journal, go ahead and put something behind it when you're gluing it down, like I'm doing this gift card. It makes like the slightest difference, but it is important because then you can actually put things in your pocket without distorting the paper. So as I'm gluing this down, I'm putting this gift card in here, and that way the paper is already trained to have something this size and thickness in this spot. And it'll be easy to put a gift card in here later. Because see, it raises it just ever so slightly. Can you see that difference right there? How it's a little bit raised? That's what you want. And so same thing when you're putting a pocket like on a page in a junk journal. Go ahead and put some ephemera as you're gluing it down. And that way it's easier to put things in your pocket. Okay? So that, my dears, is my craft roulette submission for this week. I'm gunning for 100. I think Jill's going to beat me. I think she said she's at 97. Okay, and then here's our... I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of the back this time. That is the postcard. Oh, you know what I have, you guys? Hold on. I have to just find it on my messy desk. Bonus parameter. Something from the mask. I have this film strip. It's just tape, like washi tape, but it looks like a film strip. I don't know, just add a little something extra to that pocket. shucks. I don't like that. Might be stuck now. It is. It's okay. See if I can get the back off of this itty bitty strip. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's not perfect, but tell me what is. Fake it till you make it. There we go. Great. Let's put, see? How fun. And the gift card, that's a gift card size. Will fit right in there. Yay. This is a used up gift card that I used for tags. All right, let's retake the picture of the back now. Deputy Heidi, is this okay? Can I submit it? I wouldn't mind her beating me at something. I don't mind. I know. I wouldn't mind Jill beating me at all. I love that a lot of people have submitted a whole lot more cards than me. And that makes me very happy. Because I love that people are participating and joining in all the fun week after week. The only person I'm trying to beat is myself by having 100 cards submitted by Craft Roulette Live is my goal. Okay, so I'm going to go to Google. And I'm going to go to Craft Roulette Live. Oh my gosh. I'm going to submit contribution. Submit as a member. Sign in. Okay, and we are, hello, Bitty Penny. Well, hello. We're submitting for episode number 322 with Alicia from Call Me Crafty Owl. Y'all are like, we love Crafty Owl. Okay. I'm going to load my images. I have 2 this week because I want to share the front and the back. Front of the card first. Embossing bits and bytes. And then an extra image of the back. Okay, continue. Coloring is way off between those 2 photos, but it's okay. It's okay. My totals should be much higher, but there were large chunks of times when my life happened. Yeah. I am on number 95. Well, I would definitely be over 100 if I submitted every card. Oh, whoops, I missed this whole section. If I submitted every card, but I did not. Postcard with gift card pocket. Colors. Burnt orange. And forest green. All right. Wreath. Movie. I missed my E. Themed. Wreath. Pre-printed book page. And scrapbook paper. Help me. I'm drawing a blank on Crafty Owl's name, her character name from Paper Ganza. Angie, I know you'll remember it. What was her name? I know it's Alicia, but what was her character name from Paper Ganza? Lou. Such a fun episode. Thank you. With Lou's twin. All right, 95. Continue. Da, 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 da. Don't opt out of the giveaway unless you want to. I opt out of the giveaway because I have too much stuff already and I want all my friends here to win. So, but you don't need to do that. Don't do that, because if you don't opt out of the giveaway, don't select that button, then you can be entered to win fabulous prizes every time you submit a card to Craft Roulette. Well, we did it. We did it. That is my card for this week. I hope you guys are feeling inspired by that. Now, let's get out some old book pages and let's make an accordion journal for Karen so she can see what's up. All right. And for all of you, I want to put... It took me a minute. Yeah, I couldn't pull it out of my brain at all, Angie. So I am incredibly proud of you because I couldn't conjure up that answer, even though I was sitting here squinching my eyes so hard, twisting my head, just trying. And Lou just wasn't coming out of thin air. All right. You know, I just had a book. There it is. Okay, we have two to choose from. I have the Golden Book Encyclopedia. I also have this one, a Childcraft Annual from 1968. I know, don't cringe. Don't get mad at me. I don't actually tear up all of the old books. I think this is one. Oh, this is one I'm not tearing up. That's right. This one's staying together because it's all about art. And I can't possibly tear this up. This is all about art. And I was like, no, not to be cut up, not to be torn up. Okay, so this one's off the chopping block. This one's already been chopped into. So this is the one. This should be plenty. I really don't feel bad when it's like science or encyclopedia stuff because the sciences have changed. You know, It's outdated information. It's okay. This has already been cut up. This one is sewn together. All right. We're just going to make ourselves a quick little journal here, you guys. Anybody can do this. This is a beginner style, very easy. Yeah, I'm not going to be in a pod, I don't think. How would I choose a pod anyways? Because I want to be at here's what happens. If you were there last year, I go to everybody's pod all day long. So I kind of would like to be an honorary member of your pod, if that's okay. I float like a butterfly all over the place. That way I get to see everybody. But yeah, I just kind of roam the room. I'm a girl on the move. I can't sit still when there's so many fabulous crafters. Oh my gosh, look at these little monkeys and polar bears and fish. Oh my. Okay, these are going to be the pages of our accordion journal. And now I have to figure out how tall I want this journal to be. We can just make it this tall. We don't even have to cut it down at all. Let me zoom y'all out a little bit so you can see the top and bottom edge of the page. There we go. Super professional. And we're off to the races. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to connect the pages. I'm going to run a line of glue right down here. And then I'm going to take this page, slap it right on there, overlapping just like that. Lining up. I don't know if y'all can hear my precious dog snoring, but she is hard at work right now, snoring up a storm. And then we're going to take this one, go over here, do the same thing. We're going to connect these into a nice long line of pages. I can't wait to see the pods. You know what? The pods were one of my favorite things about last year. They were so cool. She mostly stays at her craft desk during her lives. I don't think you can see. Yeah, I won't be at a pot. Let's see. That was a true statement of love for us and crafting. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah. I just float like a little crafty butterfly from flower to flower. Y'all are all the flowers. All of you are each unique and beautiful flowers. And I just float around the garden of crafters. Okay. Here's what's cool about an accordion journal is that it can be any size you want it to be. It can have as many pages as you want it to be. And you can always add pages. And I'll show you how to do that. Now, I wanted to be off here at 10, but I don't know that I'll make it. We might still be here. Okay. Cool, Johnny. I just finished my craft roulette card, number 95. Jill's at 97. Look, it's got a gladiator on it. Whoop, whoop. Cool, Johnny. Bring your watercolors to the party. You're bringing your watercolors, right? Did you and Jill get your order? All the questions. Johnny's been painting flowers. Which set? LOL. Bring them all. I'll be bringing mine. I tell you what. Mine are coming with me on the plane in my carry-on. No chance of them disappearing on me. I'll have mine too. Shoot, I might just make myself a special palette for the occasion. All right. Because how could I possibly choose which one? Okay, now if you've ever seen my video rolling papers, this is what I called rolling papers. And this was my idea if you have books like this that you don't want to, I don't like, it's okay. It's okay. It's not a problem. But I prefer not to take a book page and fold it in half and stick it in my journal and it be sideways. My brain has never really been great with that. And so I do prefer my pages upright. Now, I can definitely put these in a journal upright. And that's really cool. But we're actually, so now we have this long roll of paper that we're going to fold into an accordion journal. So here we go. I'm going to fold over this. Sorry, this is a little tricky. Hi, Kat. What day are you arriving? Kat, I'm arriving early for a party. Okay. The first page you want to fold this way. And here's why. Because it does. This page right here is going to attach to our cover. So that's why I want to fold it that way, because the front cover, now, this page will attach to that. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it. Sorry, trying to think of the best way to do this. I'm going to fold it like this. I do have these seams because I'm roughly folding these at the same width. But basically zigzagging back and forth my folds. Since I glued my pages together and now I'm essentially folding them at the same spot, I'm going to have kind of some funky seams. That's okay. We can handle that in our junk journal. Okay, I'm going to fold it back this way. Let's fold it right there. Okay, and then we take it and fold it this way. And you're just folding back and forth, back and forth. Okay. And now this is the back cover. I'm going to take and fold this. And what you do want to do with an accordion journal is your folds across the page always have to be the same width. Height doesn't matter. So if you had a shorter page right here, but it was the same width, it would be fine. But if your paper, you cannot make an accordion journal with your pages folded at different widths. That will not work. I have tried it. I've tried it in a live, because why not? No, it's a disaster. You cannot do it. It's not possible. I'm just going to say it. Maybe someone smarter than me could figure that out. But no, I think your pages always have to be the same width. But they do not have to be the same height. In my case here, they are the same height. But now, our front and our back pages are going to attach to a cover. Let's build our cover real quick. And I mean, we're going to have this thing built in literally 15 minutes. It doesn't get any easier than that. I really don't think so. I have recycled most all of my cardboard. I'm so proud of myself. I used to have so much of it was in two places. And now I don't. I did not find a lot of craft supplies were needed last year. Yeah, because you basically need glue and scissors. Stamping blocks would be helpful. I've shared my go bag. I'll share my go bag again before I go and show y'all what I pack. But it all fits in one bag. It's ink. I'm taking my watercolors, ink, stamping pads, glue, scissors, you know, double-sided tape. That's essentially what you need. Okay. I've got this really big, old and heavy-duty mailing envelope I'm going to use for the cover of this. This thing is super strong. My scissors won't even cut through it. It's so thick. I'm going to have to cut through it one side at a time. And these scissors cut through most anything, but that tells you how thick this envelope is. Y'all can't see it, but I am cutting through this. All right. This is challenging. Do not bend. It's not possible to bend it. Use my muscles. There we go. You would never be able to afford a Palisade. Whew. Angie. Okay. It makes much more sense that you would have one since you have 3 kids. Jason and I are now empty nesters. Are your kiddos going to be tall, Bethany? They look like it. I don't even know if this is going to work, but let's just see. I got a bit impatient on the whole cutting it down part. It's just so thick. And large. It's like a large, don't know. No, this is not going to work. I think it's just a little too small. All right, let's get something more simple. We could have been done with this already. Let's try this cereal box that is not so crazy thick. All right. Here we go. I'm going to cut right across here. All I'm trying to do right now, you guys, is make a front and back cover. That's all I'm trying to do, which is to simply cut a piece of cardboard to the size of this book. Okay, so there's one. Take it, flip it over, and we'll cut out the other one. I lost y'all's conversation somewhere. I think y'all are talking about cars. I think the Palisade is a vehicle. Those are nice. Bethany, did your hubby get the job? Let's cut this a little bit better. Let's see. Sal, do you have your plans solidified? Sal, are you going? Sal, are you going to be there at Craft Roulette Live? Am I going to get to meet you in person? Am I getting too excited and you're not going to be there? But I hope you're going to be there. All right. All right. We did it. Okay. Sorry about that. Or are y'all talking about plans for something else? Okay, so this is my front and back cover. It's real fancy. It's an off-brand Berry Crunch cereal box. But this will be the front and back cover for this little journal. And now we just need to cover it with paper. Let's pick some paper. All right. Yippee. Yippity skippity. Ooh, sometimes it's so hard picking beautiful paper. I think I want one to be this grid. I love a grid. I don't know what it is, but I love it. And let's do this butterfly. These are going to be my front and back covers. I think they'll go well too with the pages that are inside, with these pages. You know, I think it'll be good. Did Zal say if she's going to? Not yet. Craft Roulette Live. And she may have told me before and I just forgot because it's me. All right. One sheet at a time. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this. I'm going to leave myself a good inch around each side. It doesn't have to be straight. And you don't have to measure, just eyeballing it because none of this is going to be seen. Paying attention. Okay, well, good. I'm doing this for you, girlfriend. All right. So once you've got this, this is how we're going to cover. So I'm covering the front cover. I've got about 1 inch around each side. And now I'm just going to simply hold this in place, fold this over. Okay. And just fold it over that edge on all 4 sides. Okay. And the great thing about this kind of journal is you don't have to sew. So if you're a little intimidated by sewing, this is a good place to start. Okay, so once I've folded it over all 4 sides, what's going to happen is it's going to create like a little box down here. And what we're going to do is just cut very slightly off that box. And it's okay to go in on your line a little bit right here. And in on your line a little bit right here. Because that's called mitering. What we're doing right now is mitering the corners. And you want to do this, you want to cut off this excess here. Because if you don't, you'll have a real bumpy, thick corner on all 4 corners. All right, so we have mitered the corners of that paper. And now we simply need to glue it down. Okay, so we're going to take this, and it is important to put glue or tape on this side. That is actually really important. Otherwise, your scrapbook paper or whatever paper you choose to cover this with, you could use a paper bag, you could use anything, but it will bubble up on you in the middle. It'll be all weird. So you definitely want to put tape on this front. I find that a lot of these like food packaging boxes are kind of slick from all that printed ink on them. So I tend to use a good amount of tape or glue. This should be enough. The idea of this is just to keep it from bubbling up, this paper I'm adding to it. Okay. And then here's another good thing to do. If you're a little nervous about laying this down and it's sticking, because this double-sided tape, once you lay it down, it's done. It's stuck. There's no moving it around. But if you put on a little bit of glue on top of it, you'll have some wiggle room. So that if you need to move it a little bit, you can. But essentially, we're just going to line this back up here. And within that frame, and mash it down. And then tape down the edges. And we will have a covered book cover for our accordion journal. We'll do it one more time. It was so cool. The accordion sketchbook that I made for my coworker, he had never seen accordion before. He didn't know about it. He thought it was really cool. So that made me happy. He's a tattoo artist and just an artist in general. So he, draws and sketches a lot. And I figured he probably couldn't have too many sketchbooks. He's actually moving back to the Austin area so he can be by an artist and mentor of his. That's how important it is to him. Okay. There we go. I love this cover. Okay. And now I want this to be the front of my journal. We're going to glue this on here. I'm going to use double-sided tape. All right. And I'm not going to use any wet glue this time around. Just going to take this and kind of center it from top to bottom, side to side. I'm going to have to stand up. Uh-oh, I should have put my glue on there. That's about right. There we go. Front cover attached. Let's do the back cover. Now the back cover is just this piece here. And that's okay that it's not the full width. Let's cover our back cover with the other piece of paper that I selected, which is this one. Catherine, I hope this is giving you some ideas and that it seems really approachable for you and for everybody else who maybe has been intimidated but wants to try junk journaling. Any old book will do. Any old food box will do. And let me tell you, this is just the beginning, but I will show you, you can expand these accordion journals. This journal could have a ton of pages in it. I've actually sewn traditional signatures into accordion journals, and it's super cool. But I find that lots of people are really intimidated by sewing at first. So I think this is a good place to start. All right, we are going to miter our corners. Just cutting, so see this line here, our score line, we're going to cut just a little bit on the outside of that on both directions. Done. And here we go. Bye, John and Jill. Have an awesome Saturday and a good weekend. Oh, no worries, Maddie. You gotta do your thing. Shay, how's it going? Good to see ya. Not to enable you or anything, but surely you could just tangle for 5 minutes, maybe 10. South Storm. I like the accordion is not as, yeah, no, definitely not as much time investment as, I mean, sewing a signature is really quick, but if you're making multiple signatures in a journal, that's a time that takes time to do all the measurements and build your cover. And honestly, the most time consuming though thing about junk journaling is decorating. The construction, which is the part I enjoy the most, is really quick. I like building and making junk journals. I don't necessarily love spending a month decorating one. I like decorating them as I go. Like when it's time for me to record a memory in my junk journal, that's when I like to decorate. That's when I like to decide, okay, this page needs a pocket, a flip, or whatever. Once I have my memory that I want to put in there. All right. But yeah, these are definitely fast. It's like, where did my tape go? I'm doing great, Shay. I'm happy to have my work conference behind me for another year. My team is so sweet. They're like, we should do this every 6 months. I'm like, I do not want to have to plan conferences all year long because I start planning this one 6 months before it happens. No, thank you. I mean, they're great. I adore them, but I don't want to, and I would love to see them twice a year. But no, I do not want to plan 2 conferences a year. So I'm really excited to have that behind me. It's summertime. We've got a bunch of fun vacation time that we're going to be using this year. I still don't know what we're going to be doing or where we're going to be, but yeah, I'm feeling good, excited. I got back to my seat at the conference, and one of the girls on my team was like, everybody was just talking about you. And I was like, oh no. You know that feeling like, uh-oh. She's like, no, it's good. We were just talking about your channel. I was like, oh, that's sweet. I was trying to see which one I folded in. I folded the top and bottoms first last time, so I'm going to do the same thing again. They were just surprised at the size of my channel. I said, I'm still small relatively to YouTube terms, but yeah, I'm honored that people want to hang out with me while I craft. Quite amazing people in the crafty world. I think people tend to think you make a lot more money off YouTube than you do. I was like, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. It could not replace my job. I'm nowhere near that. All right. This is great because it's non-directional. So I couldn't put this on upside down. But you do need to think if your paper is directional. Like I feel like the butterflies are, I mean, it's kind of non-directional too. But if you think of them going a certain way, or if you have paper that is directional, meaning that the design would be only suitable, like this piece is directional to me. Like all the butterflies should be upside down. So if your cover has a directional pattern on it, you'll want to think about that as you go to attach your back page. Okay. So as I was saying before, my back page is a little shorter in width Okay, but that'll be all right. We can cover the other side. So let's get it attached. I'm going to use the double-sided tape again. I just ordered some. This is my new roll. And then I'll show you how we cover that and we'll be done. I went a little over. That's okay. All right. And for this cover, I honestly didn't put any tape over here, so it kind of has a pocket. And so I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm not going to put any tape here, and that way this can act as a pocket. All right. So let's get the tape off, or the release paper off of the tape. That's really what I mean. Okie dokie. Aw, bye-bye, Gator. I liked this part. Oh, well. Can't keep it all. All right. Glue on top of the tape, so I have wiggle room. I need it. I always need a little wiggle room. All right. My cover doesn't matter because it's non-directional, and now all I'm going to do is line up my front and back covers. I'm not even thinking about that paper that's on the inside. I'm just lining up my covers at this point and making sure they look good and mashing it down, because the paper is going to land exactly where it needs to land. And I don't need to try to think about it. So this is what we've got. Now, this is the part where my page was short. Remember that? So we'll just grab a scrap from my scrap pile. There's one right here. And we can just cut that down and put it over there on the edge. And it'll be just fine. Let's make it 2 inches. Let's make it 2 1/4. My numbers are rubbing off here, you guys, on this trimmer. I'm going to get to a point where I can't see any of those numbers or those markers. And I guess that's when I'll retire this one and not replace it, because I've only had it like a year. I hope one day I get an opportunity to design a trimmer. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I'm going to dream about it anyways. I cut it a little short, but that's okay. All right. This is just going to cover that edge. And we have made a journal out of a cereal box, 2 sheets of scrapbook paper, and some book pages. It is quite simply that easy. All right, I'm going to line it up here on the top. Yeah, so if you end up with a shorter page, don't let it stress you. You can put, this paper could have gone down before as well. Like I could have filled in with more of the grid paper or something like that. We'll put some washi down here. Where's the rest of that film strip that I had? I had just a teeny tiny bit of it left. Well, I don't know where that went. It could be anywhere. But of course, it's not here where I want it. It's okay. It's all right. I wonder if there's anything on here. Oh, let's put the sailboat on there. It's a junk journal. We can do that. Lindaville. Bethany, I don't know why it won't let me show your comment. I keep trying and it says error, error. We're just going to, I like that seagull, but we're just going to slap this sailboat on it. Right down here, the blues match really nicely, just to cover up that little gap I don't like that's right there. I don't like that intersection. So we're going to fix it. And then I'm going to let you guys go. I'll show you my craft roulette card and we will flip through this journal real quick. But that'll be that. I'll let you guys go. Have a lovely weekend. And I hope that you do. And I'll go pack for my crop today. Of course, I want to decorate the covers and do all the things, but I don't have time for that today. So this is the journal. It is an accordion journal. These are really cool too when you like stand them up, you know, like present them. Like you can stand them up like this and you can have all your pages fanned out and make it like, you know, a statement piece for your craft room. Because it stands up really cool. You can work in these journals like page to page, like you would page a normal book or journal, or you can work across the pages, which is also really cool. It's like a flip-flop journal because you get two sides, so you get the other side of the page as well. I did make this one have pockets, so there's a pocket there. And here's a pocket here in the cover. And that's that. So that's a really simple, excellent beginner journal. Bring the journal to the crop and finish it off. That's an idea, Maddie. Maddie, I actually have a design team thing. I'm a guest designer this month for a design team, and I have a project I need to work on. So, but you know what I'm actually tempted to do with this journal? I am tempted to use, I have like 2 bottles. I've never touched them. I'm tempted to use my cold press ground. And what this is it's like a gesso, but for watercolor artists. And what you do is you paint it onto anything. It says directions. Apply a thick or thin layer, let dry to a surface so that it can be turned into a watercolor surface. But yeah, I'm tempted to like paint some of this on and turn this into like a watercolor art journal. But it is super cool. I also like it just like this. It's like Africa. It's mainly all about Africa, which is pretty cool. So, you know, it's got a little bit about adaptive to environment, but then it's got a lot about Africa, Afghanistan, Africa. Gauzes. Yeah. So there you go. You can make yours out of anything you want, any theme you want. And then There is the craft roulette card, the postcard. I really like this, you guys. I love the gladiator on his horse with his sword drawn. Movie ticket themed card. You're welcome, Karen. I hope it helped you. You know, it's kind of fun because you probably, chances are, if you're getting into junk journaling, you have paper. You probably have a cereal box, a cracker box, any kind of box, and then some. If you don't have scrapbook paper yet, you know, like I was saying, you could use a paper grocery bag or like those rolls that come from your Amazon packages. You could cover it with that. Um, but that is a really simple, easy way to get started um, making journals. Well, I had fun with you guys. I hope you guys had fun too. I hope you're all feeling inspired one way or another. Yeah, Karen, we're so glad you were here. You have it all. I love that. I love that. And I love that you're in San Antonio. I'm north of Austin. I'm in Hutto. On 130. So I think we're really close to each other. Sal, are you going to be at Craft Roulette Live? You're welcome, Sue. You're welcome, Norma. Oh, you're most welcome, Shay. Oldest son's 21st birthday card yesterday and added some flux and Tipley for some pizzazz. Ooh, I love using Zentangle for masculine cards and gifts. Sal said yes. Oh, yay. Sal, I cannot wait to meet you and so many others in person at Craft Roulette. We're going to have so much fun. I did miss your answer before. Go figure. Okay, Kalinda, everybody, I hope you have a super awesome weekend. Go make something, make memories, make cards, make journals, make. And I will see you back here on Monday. We will be crafting at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. I love you all to pieces. Prayers and blessings to each and every one of you.